Hey guys, Fish Guy here doing a video on how to clean a whisper filter. These are pretty much the most common filter you're going to see. They come in most of your kits. They sell them in the big major chains. They're one of the oldest filters you could probably find and one of the most reliable. The only thing I don't like about these filters is now the clear intake because it collects a bunch of algae. And you can see it, whereas it used to be black and you couldn't see anything going in it, out it, or anything like that. But there's a couple major components of the filter. You've got the black sponge right here, and it really does nothing to filter it. Some of them are like a carbon that will help get some of the impurities out of the water, but mostly this is for beneficial bacteria. So if you don't have this in the actual filter, it's really not going to make a big difference. But it's just another surface for the bacteria to grow on. So if you do have it, I do recommend putting it in. But if you don't, or if you lost it, or damaged it, anything like that, I really wouldn't worry about it. What's nice is if you do have that taken out, you can actually put 2 filter cartridges in the actual filter itself. One might need to be a little bit smaller, like the 10-gallon size, but it can float around in there a little bit, and all that carbon helps take everything out too. But instead of buying new filter bags and media every time, what you can do is just rinse these out real well and then unclip the top right here and change out the carbon. You can buy carbon in many bulk sizes, but the bigger the better. You're always going to use it. It never really goes bad, and it's great to change every month because it pretty much starts dying off and it's becoming less effective at that point. But these are really easy. If you want to see them white again, just like okay, it's not perfectly white, but it does the purpose. It's clean. There's nothing in it. The carbon's changed, so that way you don't have to worry about that. And like I said, you just pop the top off, and this should open, and you can dump the new carbon in. Make sure to shake it up so it gets nice and around everything. That way it's more spread out. If you don't, it actually will just sit on the bottom and pretty much do nothing but circulate the bottom water and cleanse that. So after you do that, you just want to find the propeller. And same thing with the last one. You just want to make sure this is clean, especially if you have a sand aquarium, even a saltwater aquarium. The actual sand tends to get into the propeller and into the magnetic part and scratches it up, and that's what causes your clicking, large like grinding noise or loud grinding noise. But this one actually is pretty clean, surprisingly. It doesn't go down far enough into the aquarium to actually have a sand problem when the fish kick it up. So you really don't have to worry about that. Next, all you're going to do is rinse this out. And once you rinse these out, they're pretty much brand new looking. That's what I love about the whisper filters, is besides the white residue that you get on it from the calcium buildup or hard water, you can pretty much just take that right off with white vinegar. But this filter itself is actually 7 years old, and it looks like I just took it right out of the box. And I only do this every couple months, and it still looks brand new. Even the top, you can just take some vinegar and wipe that off, and the hard water residue comes right off, and everything should be good. But the filter cartridges, like I said, once a month you want to change the carbon. But doing all this stuff, if the clicking stops and everything like that, great. If not, you may want to look at getting a new propeller, and like I said in the last video, they can be quite expensive, 20 to 25 bucks. But if you keep an eye out on Amazon, set up an alert. These filters actually go on sale quite often, usually for half off. I just bought I think it was a Whisper, either a 50 or a 60 for $24, which is actually half the retail price. So check them out on Amazon. I'll put a link down below to my website, which goes through Amazon and has all their sales. So check it out. Thank you. mafishguide.com.